okay. It's just because as the current one that I've got has turned into a Jenga pile.
Yeah. I actually found a new bookcase recently. Oh, wow, would you look at that? It took less than forever for YouTube to respond. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehvies. And
You
today,
know, I have to ponder why is it that you feel the need to put Don Cheadle over Daniel Craig when Craig was, oh, when Bond is not,
it,
black.
well, you see, there was nobody else I could put him on for the.
I see you put Ed Leeds on there as
Yeah,
well as
I got him. I
is
got him all
the
blurred
person with
into
the
the background.
is the person with the skeleton thing like actually part of the poster or is
Yeah,
that just a meme?
that's actually part of the poster. I
Okay,
considered
good, because
I considered
okay, good.
photoshopping Skeletor into that, but uh, that would have been too much effort.
Yeah, and then there's Jameson.
Yeah, yeah, I
Any other
added a little bit
edits
of
I
a
should
blur.
notice?
No, that's it. I I
Okay,
didn't.
good.
Yeah, I didn't do anything else here because there's some interesting things going on with this poster here. Yeah, the
So,
reason why I put um Cheadle over Craig is because, well, for one, on the Quantum of Solace poster, there was nowhere else to put him, so I just stuck with that. And and then and you'll notice that I added a nice little blur, motion blur to Ned so that he blends into the
yeah, I
background.
saw.
Yeah.
Alright, so
So,
are we all ready to go?
yes, it's time for Spectre. They got the rights back to the fucking name, and it ruined
Alright.
everything. Three,
In three,
two,
two,
one.
one.
And I mean, it ruined fucking everything. Like, Quantum is a fucking cool name. You already had an awesome name for your organization, and it had become as iconic as Spectre by this point. Like, it was in all the video games, it was in all the tie-in material, but you decided that you... I should turn this audio down before we get copyright claimed.
Yeah, like
I had...
Benjamin ended up giving
Yeah,
us copyright claim.
I had the audio up for Cacassia. Are we back to the pre-title?
Ugh,
We are
God
back to the
damn it.
pre-title, yeah.
Ah,
I don't
ah,
know
ah,
why I'm acting like I haven't seen
ah,
this before. I
ah,
have seen this before. This is it
ah.
was a very
I
it
was
was a very well
prepared.
publicized me having seen this before, wherein I...
I was not prepared.
Oh yeah, welcome back to New Orleans at the
Ow!
Day of the Dead celebration, by the way.
What is this? Live and let die?
Unfortunately not. Well, this is not
Uh,
New Orleans, this is Mexico City. But, Day of the Dead celebration regardless.
so Alex, I had
Eh,
posted a
this film came out in 2015, year of the member berries.
posted a bit of art in the art chat
Oh, hi,
about what
uh, Skullduggery Pleasant. Hello,
I post
Skeletor.
as I was saying I posted a bit of art in the art chat about one Beast Boy having a very interesting birthday morning.
Hmm.
Did did you
I wonder
see
if we're
that? If
going...
so, what did you
I
think?
have not. I wonder if we're going to run into, given the demographics of this party here, I'm wondering if we're going to be running into a certain Grim Fandango.
Who knows?
Dia de los Muertos is so fucking cool.
So is this charming fellow our villain for today's Bond flick?
Oh, just you wait.
So in other words, the answer is yes.
For those of you who are wondering, you can go back to quite an extensive bit of complaining that myself and Vlad Pavlov did about this film's theme song 9 years ago when the film came out.
Yeah, this film's almost a decade old.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm
Oh, there's
surprised you didn't
Bond.
notice that that was Bond from the ears and the hair.
You act
I
like I
don't think anybody,
recognize.
I don't think anybody
You act
else
like I
quite
recognize
has Daniel
those
Craig's
part.
ears.
You act like I recognize a person by their ears. I'm better at recognizing a person by their face. I can't believe I thought Bond was the villain of his own movie.
James, you should have kept the skeleton suit on. You'd be less conspicuous by a rather dramatic degree.
But don't you know he wants to be conspicuous?
A lot of long takes in this film. It's kind of like they're trying to imitate a certain Impossible Mission series starring Scientology man.
No, this is better.
Uh-huh. You may regret saying that.
What, saying that a film
This.
series that has infinitely better spy
No,
thriller
no, no,
movies
no. Oh,
than a film series that has next to no good movies?
I'm not saying that the film series isn't better. I'm saying that come next film, you'll be regretting those fucking words, my friend. Excuse me, I
And
just
what if
have to get to a quick bit of murder before I get my dick wet.
we're terrorists, we're terrorists, we're terrorists, we're
Yeah,
terrorists, we're
that
terrorists?
laser thing on his gun is a laser microphone. Famously used in Burn Notice.
Isn't Bond famous
What?
for isn't Bond famous for, I don't know, not missing his shot?
Yes, but
Good job, James. You
well,
caused a terrorist incident.
that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, that really wasn't supposed to happen. Hey, you remember how I was praising the last film for all the practical effects they used?
This doesn't have practical effects.
This has practical effects, but that was all CGI. That's CGI. Granted, I'm not gonna blame them for, CGIing the building collapsing around Daniel Craig. But, I feel like some of that could have been achieved via composites rather than gore computer imagery. James, why are you just standing around at the scene of the crime? The way these women are twirling reminds me of Daleks. They have to be motorized to be gliding along like that. Unless, of course, they're just that good, but that's very quick.
Right. Jimmy Olsen says
He needs to be
famous words
talking
that
to the fucking... He needs to be talking to Home Office in his ear right now. Because, like, we don't have any context for what the hell's going on. Like,
indeed.
usually in like, the games, or the previous films, they'd be like, Bond, your mission is to do blah 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 in this location, and now you're here to do this and blah blah blah, kill this guy. Oh no, things have gone wrong. James, what the fuck did you do?
Okay, so if what's her face was still alive, she would be like, Bond, were
We
you
should have,
committing a form of domestic terrorism?
well, considering I'm in Spain, not England, I'd say that this is technically international terrorism, and no.
This sounds like you were committing a form of international terrorism.
Oh no, I shot the building and then it exploded. I'm not entirely sure those two things are connected, Mom.
You just confessed to shooting a building.
Yes, I was trying to kill somebody inside of it, not destroy the entire city block.
Do you have evidence that they were terrorists?
Considering you were the one who sent me on this mission, I'm not sure I need it.
Well, a certain government wants to know.
Why isn't the city evacuated right now? Because a explosion just went off, two buildings
Alex,
collapsed.
Alex, don't you know these are the same dumbasses who didn't really do much running in Spider-Man 1?
That was New York.
Yeah,
Mexico's
and
not New York, though.
yeah, they're still all the same dumbasses,
God,
just different city.
this is shot horridly.
This little piggy went to really, really, really.
James,
Yes.
James, you should have known better than to try and choke out the pilot. And you may in fact recognize that music. That is in fact Live and Let Die.
Now James is going to try to choke out the
Mm,
pilot.
now people are running and screaming.
Hey, people who are running and screaming, you should have done this earlier.
That's a great way to get the thing to stall out, James. You're both gonna be fucking dead if you do this wrong. What did I say?
They're both dead.
James? James? Where's your... Get a... Just get a goddamn parachute.
Pilot's definitely dead.
And we'll get him definitely off the street this time.
We're trying, sir, but
Use a spatula if you have to, god damn it.
we're gonna need a really big spatula, sir.
This would be
Like,
amazing if we had any fucking context for what was going on. But we
indeed.
don't.
All we have is that James Bond stopped a terrorist attack.
This is the Michael Bay. This is the Michael Bay opening equivalent in James Bond, where it's like, you remember the opening of Transformers 2, where they just have a random action
Yes.
scene. Yeah, this is kind of like that.
Uh, I
Why is
swear
he
there were
after this
people.
ring? What's going on? Oh, would you look at that? It's a giant octopus. Yep. Hi, Sam. Nobody cares. Nobody likes this song.
Sam, I am.
Sam Smith. Human waste of time and waste of an Oscar as well. He won an Oscar for this song. Sam
Jesus
Smith won an...
Captain Christ, they are feeling him up.
Yeah. It's a song that was written in 10 minutes that sounds like it's a song that was written in 10 minutes. Yes. Yes, Sam. I fall
This
fall
movie
tall.
cost
Yeah.
5 to 300 million to
Yeah,
make
Moriarty's in
and
this
made
film.
made 808.7 million.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh dear. There's a snake in her vagina.
All tall, fall, wall. Yeah. Yeah, I know. He just went down the list on rhymeswith.org. Yeah, here's just a quick little
Uh,
hit of
recap on
everything that's happened in
Recap
a
of
James Bond film up to this point. Boy, I wonder why we're doing this. I hope this isn't heavy-handed foreshadowing or anything.
Oh, totally.
I can't remember who was originally supposed to do the theme for this movie. Let me check. I think it was Radiohead.
You think they would have done any better?
I believe 110% because I believe they released it, but yeah,
By the way,
Radiohead,
but
man,
literally a year after he appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista stars in this movie.
yeah. So Radiohead submitted the song Man of War and Spectre, and Lana Del Rey also wrote the song 24 off of her album Honeymoon for this film. Now, having heard Spectre and having not heard Man of War 24, I can completely say that yeah, Sam Smith's was the least of this. This is fucking Radiohead. I hate your voice, Sam Smith. You're the most irritating member of the current. You're the most irritating pop. Yeah, four writers. You're the most irritating pop singer in modern pop music, and I'm not saying that lightly.
I wonder if Hazel Fernandez would have made a better song out of this.
Absolutely. If it had a more tolerable singer, the song is still bad because it's so simple. It's so,
And for the
and
record,
not
people
simple ain't bad, by the
think
way.
for the record, people think that I'm just saying that because I like Bleach.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Hazel is also British, and she could have theoretically done something for this. Ah, Ray Fiennes is back. Look, Voldemort, I'm not going to kill this rando kid and who's wielding guns on the street while all the guns are clearly bolted to his hands. Like, seriously. How did anybody miss the fact that he's not wielding these by choice?
Yeah, I don't care that I don't care about the story reasons for him not telling anybody, for him being incommunicado with them. Write a fucking story reason for us to know why he's doing something out there. Because it just... And for fuck's sake, do what Casino Royale did and write the gun barrel sequence into the movie. I've I'm Moriarty. Yeah, he played Moriarty in Sherlock.
Who is this charm? So who?
C for cunt.
So who's? So who plays this charming fellow?
Andrew something or other.
Andrew Scott.
Yes. Yeah, this film suffers both in immediate presentation and in hindsight for having this mystery box bullshit. Could also bring me that sweet black ash too. Men will literally live like this and not see a problem with it. Just moved back in, considering, I was dead a couple of years ago. What was the fucking point of... I don't get it. Like, this is... this movie. Yeah, yes, let's pull out more fucking cliched dialogue from the big book of cliches. You're finished. Oh no, I'm just getting started. As you know, you don't trust anyone. Yes, we know that. You know that. Yeah, would have been better if the film opened with that, wouldn't it? Intriguing bit of mail. 007. Opens it up, finds the tape. Message from M. Could have had a little sequence about him investigating who the guy is. But no, we gotta start the film with a fucking mystery. Instant intrigue, just add water. I'm not mad. Kevin, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. I was just ranting about the structure of this film, and you hadn't responded, so I wasn't sure if I was alone.
Don't worry, you're not alone.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, what do you
But
think about that? Because I feel like it would have been more interesting as a structure to just have him getting the message and
yeah, it
yeah,
would have been better.
order of temporary guardianship. Master Bond, James. James's mom is burned out of the picture for some reason. Those are
I
very
wonder
clearly
what that
photoshopped faces.
I wonder what that could mean.
big, shiny CGI building that looks like the Triskelion from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know how other films we would have had this more elegantly explained rather than just two characters shouting dialogue at us from a boat? Uh, yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Maybe he could have explained that to us, motherfucker. I remember this scene distinctly. This segment was used, well, was used to promote the film a little bit, and it was also used as a test clip for the cam rips that came out around this time.
Interesting.
Excuse me.
Nanomachines,
Nanomachines,
son.
son. Hey.
To think the most American and senator out there, voiced by a Scottish man.
Created by a Japanese man.
uh, and that same Scottish man was also Alfred in the Batman.
Oh,
I'm not joking.
I believe you. Yeah. Who's 009? Oh, product placement.
Can we go to product placement? And I hear they got a lot of buy this shit here.
Is it an explosive? Q, is it an explosive? You answer my question. Do I have to worry about this thing blowing off my wrist or not? Q, that's not funny. When that car got blown up, the guy who did it also killed M, wounded me, and blew up my childhood home. So, this isn't Mission Impossible, Bond. We don't have Metallica on playback.
Todd really wants to strangle him at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, I could just wrap my hands right around your
I,
neck and
I just want to put my hands together and squeeze.
That's not very.
Excuse me. You know, 007, I'm sure that you have more efficient methods of strangling people.
You're right. Pulls out a belt.
Oh god, not the David Carradine treatment. Has Bond absconded with the Aston? I think he might have. I think he has. Yes, he has.
Oh shit.
You should have known better than to show him that cue.
Yeah. Well, at least he left behind some champagne.
Bang. Uh, Backfire atmosphere exhaust air. That is the least elegant integration of the special features, as it were, that I've seen in a Bond car. Almost like you could have done that shot to any car dashboard in the world and not had to spend a whole lot of money on modifying the actual Aston Martin.
Scusi. Hoppity boopy. Beebada boopada boppity beeba. Oh, what's up? On, what are you doing? I'm speaking Italian. Beeba boopada beebada bada.
Bond, that sounds terribly racist.
I'm sure we've seen that sketch from Family Guy before.
I've heard the
Essentially,
it's scary. That kind of thing
essentially,
before.
essentially, Peter ended up getting a mustache, and he tried to speak Italian into an Italian in deli worker,
Mm,
and
yeah.
needless to say, he was just speaking gibberish while the
Yeah.
Italian guy
See,
was like, "What are you on about?"
I speak a decent amount of Japanese, a good chunk of sign language, barely any Spanish, and negligible amounts of French. I would not be able to hold a conversation in any of those. I can get words across.
Yeah.
No, I can't see that.
I'm blind.
God, you've got this thing in front of your face. It's kind of obscuring.
I am legally
Also,
blind.
your
That's how
acting
I
isn't
can
very
drive.
good. Not as an actress, as a character in this movie.
Hello. Goodbye. On to the next scene.
I feel like there was a more efficient way for that scene to go. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I felt that too.
Yeah, and we start wondering why this film is over almost 2.5 hours. I was about to say over 2.5 hours, but I was wrong. And
Oh, so very wrong.
I long for the days of the films that were quick and punchy and didn't waste a single second time.
Alex, I thought you loved films that actively wasted time.
No, I love long films, but long when they're like long on purpose.
Wait, what?
This
Sorry, I had this cough in my mouth. I really need to look at
what
it.
What did you say?
What? What?
Listen, I like Doug Walker playing General Zod in that film. I don't
You do realize it had a very controversial scene in there, right?
I don't I talk about the Kryptonians and the weird shit that Linkara did with his spaceship. I don't talk about uh, the fucking what even was that? Was that the spoony sex scene? I don't remember.
Well, Linkara and Lindsay Ellis were alone in a room,
Hmm. Oh, whatever.
and he locked the door.
Shall we get banging or
So,
what? There's a lot of dead women.
like death by snoo snoo, my preferable way to die.
I haven't done any research into how many drafts the script went through, but I can't help but feel like it must have been the first. Why did the lighting just change? Nobody's mentioned the Pale King except for you, James. Which organization? Spectre? Quantum? Smash?
Organization 13. This is
Hydra?
owned by Disney. This is owned by Disney.
Oh no, it's owned by Amazon, actually.
No, this.
This movie, yeah. It's, Eon Productions licensed to MGM, which is owned by Amazon now.
Typically a widow would not want to fuck the person who killed all the all her husbando. But I guess Bond just has
You
this
remember when we used
this
to have,
unspoken
like...
riz.
You remember when the sex scenes in the Bond films used to be, like, sexy? That
Yeah.
was, like, the least sexy sex scene we've seen in this entire franchise.
Yeah.
Like, we just... Look, Monica Bellucci in a fucking negligee, or whatever the hell, the baby doll. Monica Bellucci in a baby doll. Oh, and we didn't get to see any of that except for one shot. What are you doing, guys? A white ragtop Mustang. I'm more concerned about the white ragtop Mustang that is barely in the background than I am all these trillion-dollar supercars. Partially because even though the Mustang will have shitty performance to start with, you can fix it, and Ford won't try to sue your ass. Sorry.
So, Alex,
Yes.
now I have to imagine since James Bond is now since these films are now technically owned by Disney due to their acquisition of Fox.
Disney does not own these films. Fox distributed them, MGM owned them. MGM got
Okay,
sold to Amazon. Amazon owns them.
right. So that shoots down my question. Would you like
Yeah.
to know what the question was going to be?
What was the question?
How would Bond react to Donald and Goofy?
I would kill for Casino Royale to show up in fucking Kingdom Hearts. Even though I would not want to play that because Kingdom Hearts is an awful series with terrible gameplay.
It's not terrible. It's just
No,
it
I
takes time to adjust.
that was bait. I don't dislike it that much. It's just
I
really
know,
fucking
I know it's
tedious.
bait. I know it's bait on your end, but the thing is that it's something that you'd kind of have to
Yeah,
adjust to.
I would
It gets
legitimately
better with
wind up
age
playing.
too.
It's like I want to get through Kingdom Hearts 3 so that I can get to the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean level. Gizmo says
Well,
hotel ass. Come watch this terrible movie with us.
yeah, so far it's just been kind of yeah.
Yeah, you remember how we were bored out of our fucking minds during On Her Majesty's Secret Service? Well,
Yeah, this
it's
is
not
starting
that
to make me
bad,
think that it's
but
getting close.
we're fucking getting there. Yeah, those things on their ears are translator, by the way.
Because of course they are.
Now, you may in fact be able to tell that there is a reason this character is cast almost entirely in shadow.
It's almost like he's the bad guy.
And there is also, in fact, a reason why he has the fucking Dr. Claw glove on, too.
Could he possibly be?
Hi, Batista.
What's Drax doing here, Alex?
Well, there, he's... It's better if I just wait and let the movie explain it, because it's gonna get really dumb. Yeah, you see the... Yep, he's got... He's got metal thumbnails.
Uh, I didn't even
So
hear a
that guy just
snap.
has... That guy's not actually blind, you know that, right? And he's also not dead. He's just... You gonna... Dave, are you gonna pick that up? Dave?
Dave?
Dave, are you just gonna leave him there? Ding, 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 ding. Bell cannot be unrung. Hmm. Irish whip over the top rope.
What is this, a WWE event? Oh, wait, never mind. Dave Batista's
Yeah, I
here,
was
so it
going to
might as
say
well be.
Batista's here. It's
All
a
right,
good roll
so
by somebody who's definitely not Daniel Craig.
when are we going to get at a scene where we have the wrestling announcers going, and by God,
By with God as my witness, he is broken in half.
if only.
Good old JR. That man's a legend. I wish him the best.
Yep.
JR and the King were the best of the best back in the day. Just a shame Michael Cole was left to fucking flounder for 20 years. He's much better now. Now that Vince isn't screaming in his ear 24/7.
Take me to him.
Ammunition not
Where's the son of
loaded.
a bitch?
Well, that's what
So
you
did
get for stealing something that wasn't completely finished.
so what you're saying is that Vince McMahon and was telling Batista, "Tweet to him, tweet to him. Where is the son of a bitch?"
Basically, yeah. Start spreading the news. Cue up the
You stay here with
Sinatra.
Stephanie.
Is 009 me? That sounds like something I'd do. Like play Sinatra during a chase scene. Excuse me. Trying hard to look like Minnie Cooper. Super duper. Oh no, it's a Fiat. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum,
So are we
bum,
gonna go back
ba-da-dum,
in
bum, bum,
time?
bum. That's the best gag in the entire movie right there. Yeah, it might be those guys from that organization Quantum we ran into a few years ago. Tried life once, it tried to kill me. Yeah, yeah. I've driven down streets like these, they're fucking nerve-wracking.
I'm sure.
And even when you're not speeding, people do stuff like that too.
Yep.
Let's just not look down the road when we're trying to drive down the street.
This chase isn't exciting or anything, and it kind of isn't.
It's got something to do with, like, how they're filming it. It just
I'm
doesn't
gonna
look that...
I'm gonna go get some
Yeah, it's like
munchies. I'll be right
the way they're
back.
constantly chasing after the tailpipes is... Oh,
I said I was
that
gonna
was
go
a
get
good
some
shot.
munchies. I'll be right
That's a
back.
great shot right there. But this film's just not shot what I'd call well for the car chases. Yeah, we need more like dash or hood level camera. Hood and bumper cams. Less stuff like this. Less stuff that makes it look like they're just driving, you know? Stuff that makes it look like you've turned up the speed and or, you know, obviously photoshopped the fucking cars onto the wall or something like that. Hey, there we go. I gotta say, this is not really making the best of Batista's quite good acting abilities. Because she's just not fucking talking. Yeah, yeah, it's a quintessential Bond moment and you fucking ruined it. Needed a wider shot. Why is China here? China should not be here. No, it's not. China's here. This is bad. Yeah, Perhaps should have raised the, issue of unelected power when we,
All right, what did I miss?
Andrew Scott's, um, yeah, and so democracy is on the line, apparently. Andrew Scott made an impassioned plea to create a, fake, to create an unelected intelligence board across the world. And China
Of
was there.
course. So he's purposely feeding him false intel.
Yes.
Eh,
Hey, does anybody feel like more than 48 hours has passed by now?
yes.
Yeah. Is this the same lake that Black Widow was on when she pushed her phone into the water?
Maybe it
I
was.
feel like it might be. In fact, I feel like this might actually be the same fucking cabin set that she had, just in a
Oh
different
my
time of year. I
god.
would not I would not be at all surprised if it was, because Hollywood tends to share stuff like that around
Yep.
locations like this. And again, I've been working on the early portion of the Black Widow movie. I haven't gotten into that segment yet, so it's entirely possible that I'm off base here, but hey, notice how we're less than an hour into the film and I feel like we're moving slower than we probably ought to be. Ugh, that was my neck. Well, somebody knows you're here.
Yep. Probably some crazy basement dweller.
I always wonder what the purpose of hiding a door behind a mirror was when you can just whack the mirror and... Yeah, look at that. It's not even backed by anything. Not really, anyways. Literally correct. You got it in one.
What the
Bond
basement
can't
dweller thing?
Bond can't hear you from all the way down there when you whisper. Why did you leave your front door open? He can't hear you when you whisper like that either. Wonder why everybody uses subtitles these days. Ugh.
I swear I was kidding about the whole basement dweller thing.
Mm,
But you'd be surprised how well educated my guesses are.
yeah. Killed not just the men, but the women and the children. Oh no, so the organization is run by Anakin Skywalker.
They're also the organization is also run by a bunch of weirdos in black coats. They
I
also
don't,
come with this eerie
I don't
they
have
also
any of
come with
those,
this
so I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to take that. My wife is
okay.
dead, along with my past 6 girlfriends. My family's also
And
dead. And yeah, that's about it.
well, then there's also the fact that well, as I was saying, this organization is run by a bunch of guys in black coats. They
Hmm.
always wear them over their heads, but when they always wear the hoods over their heads, but when they take them off, they find out they're a bunch of pretty boys.
Hmm.
One of them is has pink for his hairstyle. Well, you know what I speculate might have been the reasoning behind that?
What?
He listened to too much. He listened to too much Taylor Swift.
That'll do it. I got into an argument with a delusional Taylor Swift fan. Tautology, I know. On Twitter recently. Who insisted that even though I had the numbers, Michael Jackson grossed less than Taylor Swift did for movies.
So translation, they were borderline stupid.
But not borderline. Literally.
Okay
Why
then.
is it the fucking Triskelion?
Why is it a lot of things?
I don't know exactly what to say or how to feel about this cinematography and shot choice and whatnot. But, like,
Yeah.
the fact that they cut to a medium shot of Andrew here, and then, like, rather than having kind of like a similar shot as with M over here. It's like it's shot more for the actor's demo reels than it is for the movie, you know?
Yeah.
Which is funny
I
because neither of these actors need footage for their demo reel, you know? Hi, Dave.
You're a little late to the party.
Yeah, are you actually gonna fucking say anything in this movie, or are you just gonna stand around? Fun fact, if you don't say anything, they don't have to pay you as much.
Oh, you mean what's his face? The stunt actor for Maul?
Hmm. Ray Park. and he actually
Yeah,
said
Ray Park,
things.
thank you. No, he didn't.
They dubbed over his voice, but he did say things in the movie.
Name one thing he said.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have our revenge.
When did he say that?
Was after the conversation with the Moidians.
The Hootians?
The Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The Nemoidians. Guys will talk
The
like this. Look like
The
lizards.
Hootians?
Okay, now I know you're fucking with me.
What do you mean? How am I fucking with you?
The Nemoidians will talk like this.
The Hootians?
Yes, exactly.
What?
The Nematodians.
The Hootians?
The Rhodians.
The Whatians?
The Howdians?
The Whitians?
Very. Lots.
It was very tragic. Lots of tears were shed.
No, I mean, how old you fucking... See, just introducing the fucking Bond girl, like, almost over an hour into the film, after you already introduced one. Remember when we used to have, like, one per movie? Stick with the one per movie. Two at most. We'd have, like, one, quick one earlier on, and then we'd have the rest of the film to develop the other one. No. Yeah. IQ. This is shot so terribly.
Yeah.
Like, Bond's shoulder is cutting off Q's jaw. We should be seeing this from the front, not the back.
Yeah.
How hard is it to just plant a fucking tripod here? Hell, go to any bar in America, or England, or whatever, put up a green screen, and fake the fucking thing. And then use, like, coverage on this end to flesh it out. Hi, Dave. Good boy.
Stay down.
Two biohazard logos, but no nuclear radiation warning. How do you have a 3D scanner that small? Not in 2015, you fucking didn't. That sounded oddly dubbed. They've got an odd echo effect on her voice.
Yeah.
Wow. Just some of the least competent henchmen on the face of the planet. Hey, James, where'd you get that plane from? It would have been nice if we had a scene for that. Yes, that is a double barrel pistol that he's using. That's unusual. I wonder what that could possibly mean. You do yourself a favor and cozy up to the snow bunnies.
Lots of snow.
Move with them the next time they do. Surprised that didn't take off the landing gear. Oh, not to worry, we're still flying half a plane.
Oh boy.
Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-dum,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is this, the A team?
bum. Notice how the guy he shot wasn't Batista?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, there's two other guys in that truck, right? Hey, James, go check on Drax, make sure he's dead. The other guy? Oh, would you look at that?
Batista's still alive.
Who could have fucking guessed? James, you're usually better than this. You, I hope you don't mind. I've brought a woman to your room. Don't worry, I've already had my fill of sex for the evening, so, you know, if you want to get it away with this one. Yeah, how exactly does this work? Of course it is.
Sometimes I go
Why are
back
they
to
using Courier New?
why indeed.
An unusual font to use for a title. Sometimes you think of what now?
Sometimes when I go back and rewatch, sometimes I think back to our very old gaming streams, and one of those being the one where when I was talking about Master Xehanort's voice actors, you were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's more vocal variation and people who are supposed to be different characters.
Yeah, there's a few things that are like that.
Because for context sake, in English, Xehanort is voiced by Leonard Nimoy, Rutger Hauer, and Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, those are all three different people who sound completely different. Uh, meanwhile, Gendo and Fuyutsuki in the Funimation dub of Evangelion sounded fucking identical, despite the fact that they were voiced by different people.
Kim Williams and John Swayze do have enough to tell both of them apart. It's just, I feel like that more works for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, on when they are
Yeah.
intentionally supposed to look and somewhat sound similar.
Hmm. That's either really bad depth of field or that's a green screen.
He wanted me to pay child support.
Excuse me.
I don't know if I could mentally prepare myself to do Dream Drop Distance later down the line. I hate that game so much. But anyway, we have Bond here being suspicious. Go the fuck to sleep.
I don't give a shit about this relationship. I haven't had any time to develop these two.
Nope.
Not that we've had much time to develop other Bond girls before, but like usually there's more than no time to. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of women have dreamed about having two James Bonds. Go killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? James, you're going to wake up the girl. You're going to wake up the girl. It's not a terrible gag, but it's not framed right. Like you can make that funny. They just did do it right. It was presented entirely earnestly. I saw it, I was thinking he was fucking hallucinating. Ah, there's a room. Fucking guest. Why didn't you look for this earlier? I don't know about you, but I'd be like Tony Stark up in this bitch, looking for drafts. Oh god, this movie is so fucking tedious.
It is.
More interested in looking and trying to figure out what that gun is in the background. Oh, look, a stack of VHS tapes. I wonder if these conveniently work like certain ones that we found in the fucking Arctic. I'm gonna find out that Bucky killed your parents too, James. Vesper Lind interrogation. It's all fucking connected. Retroactively. Interrogation tape from my dead girlfriend. Please tell me it's not a fucking password. Oh, so this is just not a fucking password. Never mind. It has been a little while since I've watched this film. It's not as good as the others. Sure you fucking can. This is also the most lackluster score of the entire, like, of these four Bond films, this is the least of the scores. Seems like it's just generic action movie music with the leitmotif from Live and Let Die every now and again.
Except we don't have someone from the Beatles
Dun-na-na.
singing
I
it.
know.
Yep. See, that would have been tasteful.
Yes, yes, it would have. I'm getting some serious Alex Jones flashbacks. That's because I'm
So
thinking that that attack in South Africa might have been a false flag.
tell me how he died. I will tell you how he lived, motherfucker. You will sit down and let me tell you the tale of this one guy that you asked about.
Don't make me get Benedict Cumberbatch on your ass. Well, the fangirls would like that, wouldn't they?
About a Kedavra?
Don't make me get my wand. I will dig up Michael Gambone's corpse if I have to.
Well, the worst part is because of things how things are nowadays, that would actually be a realistic scenario.
Hmm.
Way too many of the Harry Potter cast members are gone now. It's so
HBO to
depressing.
use the reanimated corpse fuck
Richard
Richard
Fuck.
Harris. Richard Harris. HBO to use the reanimated corpse of Richard Harris to play Dumbledore in the new Harry Potter show. I would expect to
Well,
see that announcement.
as you can see, I am Professor Dumbledore. Why are you a
Prof-
skeleton?
Professor Dumbledore, why are you all skin and bones, as it were, Harry? Yes. So, um, our wonderful overlords at Warner Brothers have decided that nobody played the role of Albus Dumbledore better than I did. And so, even in death, I must play. Show must go on, as it were, Harry. Show must go on.
I was the I was a definitive rebel. Don't you put your name in the movie fire.
Well, she knows her way around the gun, but she's not exactly confident with it. What is with the weird shit that's going on with her audio? In every close shot of her in this entire movie. Like there's two audio tracks playing.
Yeah?
How does that get to theaters? How does that get to home video?
Who knows?
Oh, yeah, it's not just her audio. Something's just fucked with the audio in this film. Why was he dubbed and not the other two? Or were the other two just mixed better than he was?
Who knows?
One's wearing the white tuxedo. He's in the silver dress.
Very, very dirty. You want it? Do you just want a cup of dirt? Be a really, really big bottle.
Hi, Dave. How did you get here? Why are you grabbing... Stop hitting Batista in the body. Use something sharp, goddammit. This is why Snake carries a knife with him. That that was just horrible fucking editing.
Yeah.
This is still horrible editing. James, just fucking stab him with it. You don't do fucking underhand with a short weapon like that. You jab it into his heart. This is still horrible editing.
Okay. Okay, Bond, here's an idea. All you have to do is make him think about a metaphor, and that way it'll throw him off
You
because
have
then he'll
Daniel Craig, who knows his fucking shit, up against Batista, who's really fucking good, and we're just not using them to the fullest of their abilities.
you took your sweet ass time.
Well, she was knocked out by Drax earlier.
Well, then you should have woken up.
This is this is the light mo this is the thing from Spider-Man. The whole although it's more like the version that Blake Neely ripped off for The Flash. Yeah, there's this one fucking line. One fucking line. Best actor in WWE, and you gave him one fucking line. Now they
Oh
fuck.
dear. Oh, we barely managed to survive.
They have
Now, drive that, drive whatever
they
that
have a
thing
little
is
bit of
between your
chemistry,
legs,
and next to
and fuck me
she
right in
didn't
the pussy.
she definitely did not like him in that way. Definitely did not want him in that way, and now they do. And just flip the switch. It's like next time I'm alone with a girl who doesn't want to fuck me, I'm just gonna call up Batista and get him to beat both of us up. That's just yeah, and it's just like sexy discretion shot. We don't even get to see a lick of nudity from either of them.
The previous woman Bond was getting it on with we at least got to see her back.
Yeah, we got to see her fucking back while she was clothed in a goddamn nightie. Ugh, or whatever the fuck that was. Baby doll. I don't know the technical terms for all this shit. Like, remember we used to have boobs in these films, right? Like, not full on nipple, but like side boob? Shit like that. Daniel Craig took his shirt off a couple of times. Not that I want to put anybody through what Hollywood makes people do for shirtless scenes, but, we've come a long way from Sean Connery just, being able to take his shirt off and calling that a shirtless scene. That is the nicest looking old car I've ever seen in my life. I can't imagine it has particularly good suspension for this kind of drive.
Well, I got some tunes. Hit the stack. I couldn't
This plays
resist.
nothing but Bat Country by Avenged Sevenfold all the way through.
No, it just plays nothing but AC/DC.
Hell's bells! Oh, an oasis in the middle of the desert. This isn't anything at all like Quantum of Solace.
or any other good James Bond flick.
Yeah. Are you driving along in the desert with your fucking windows rolled down? Does the car not have AC?
And now James Bond is trying to dress up like John Constantine.
Yeah, that's all he's missing is the fucking trench coat.
He's got the collar.
Yeah. You're... Ah. Never would I have thought that Bond would use a leather holster. In fact, or more specifically, a suede holster. I would have thought that he'd go for more of like a harder leather one, you know, a fucking strap under arm holster. Like he usually wears.
You know what I think they might have? I think they might have a cave troll. So remind me, what franchise are we tackling after we do these movies?
Fuck it, let's do Pirates of the Caribbean.
Why, you don't want to do the cave troll?
The fuck is I mean, I know what a
They have,
cave troll is, but like, what the fuck is cave troll?
they have a cave troll.
Oh, Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
We could do Lord of the Rings. Problem is, I've never actually read the Lord of the Rings books, so I wouldn't be able to give as much insight into them as I would Harry Potter. We could do The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, and then we could do,
So you mean Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit?
no, The Hobbit and then the Lord of the Rings in that order.
But we do them in release order.
No, we
That's
do
how
them in
we did
chronological order.
rock, paper, scissors.
No.
Rock,
I
paper,
already,
scissors.
s- we agreed back when we said that we were going to do Lord of the Rings that we do The Hobbit first
When
and then Lord
did
of the
I?
Rings.
Remind me when?
This was like 6 months ago when we first discussed it. You, me, and Gizmo
Rock, paper,
had a talk
scissors.
about it,
Rock, paper,
and we
scissors.
said we were going to do.
Okay. John
Hey,
Ken.
browser. And
Oh,
seriously,
come
we've been
on.
talking about doing Pirates of the Caribbean for like 2 years now.
So that way we could get away from that bitch from Atlantis.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, it's that guy from earlier in the film. You may
Who is
recognize the outfit he's wearing.
so he's Darth Evil Big Bad Guy.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah,
Hey, so you have the octopus logo on your little HQ shindig.
I wonder why that might be.
Are you
You,
perhaps affiliated with one Octopussy? No, why would
you
you?
have...
You're totally affiliated with Octopussy,
No, no, Spectre. Spectre. You fucking
but
retard.
it has an octopus on it. Do you not see the fucking octopus? Logically, I
Yes,
would
I see
assume
the
you are.
octopus. The octopus is supposed to represent that we have tentacles and everything.
So that means you are related to Octopussy.
Related to Octopuff and Kumquat.
No, Octopussy.
Why would I know that? In fact, hang on. Why would I know that? I've been out here.
I came here to wrap my hands
No, that's not
tenderly
until next
around your
time.
neck, feel out your neck muscles, and then oh, you know,
Uh,
it would be quite effortless on my part.
so if
I
you
mean,
feel like we've
seriously,
been here before, it's because we have. Not literally here before, but like in this position before. Why would it not be live? You know how your own technology works. Anytime I disappear. Always, always the voyeur, never once having the courage to get in there and do the fucking. Shallow depth of field means that you could have literally shot this on a green screen and worked around the actors' schedules. It's so fucking lazy.
lazy.
I don't fucking believe you. This movie was not in the planning stages when the trilogy was being fucking written. Lind was not working for you. Lashif was not working for you. Silva was not working for you. Spectre had a there Quantum had a plan. The shit that happened after Quantum was not planned. That was other things. Yeah, I don't buy this. I don't believe you. Spectre didn't exist legally until now because Spectre was not. You didn't have the rights to use it. Yeah, this is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing that fucks everything up. Like they're trying to recontextualize the events of the trilogy, and now they've fucked it up. It's like you can't do that. You just can't fucking do that.
Meanwhile, Isaac and would find this to be very questionable.
Yeah, it's fucking Eisen. How did you
Yeah, but
get a hold of that fucking footage? Did Batista get it for
here's the
you? He
thing.
can't even fucking talk.
Yeah, but ow.
James, you know that there's no way for you to turn it off. You know that was only gonna end poorly. Maybe if you hadn't. You knew this! You knew this already! We knew
Uh,
all of this! James explained this to her earlier!
thanks for all the fish.
This changes nothing! He
It
told
literally
her
doesn't
all
change
of
anything.
this! Thank you. Thank you for that completely pointless fucking scene.
Yeah, but let's keep in mind one thing, Alex. At the very least, Eisen has been
That
around
was the
long enough
Cinema
for us
Sins
to
thunk sound effect.
At the very least, Eisen has been around long enough to justify why he was able to come up with a really long and convoluted plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's well over 100 years old.
Oh, it's a lizard. Oh, it's a
Kitty!
cat.
But I like cats. They're cute and fluffy. So, are we gonna get some audio torture where we're gonna strap James to a torture or machine, send electrical shocks into his system while forcing him to listen to terrible music?
And I said, what about breakfast at
Mm.
Tiffany's? She said, I think I
Do
remember the
your
film.
worst, motherfucker. I can take it.
He wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
Ah! Ah! Ah. Sorry, I couldn't help but think of Metal Gear Solid
So,
with this scene.
so we're doing the yeah we're literally doing a combination of MGS and Casino Royale here.
Except Bond isn't naked.
Yeah, I like
The
how they
villain
haven't
isn't.
done anything to explain Bond's relationship to this guy here.
Oh. Oh, God.
Mm.
Ah. 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 I already don't like that sound because of the dentist drill. That makes it worse.
See this. He started screaming the second it touched his cheek. I can tell you from experience that kind of thing's not gonna cause like it's gonna cause like a little sharp poke, and then it'll like once you start getting into the bone is when it'll start causing the problems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you for your yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Lighting is so fucking wrong. Maybe use like have something thematically related to the goddamn. It's not even. Yeah, Kevin, you remember? You remember what I said last 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
about? You remember what I said, right? Repeat what I said back.
I don't remember what you said.
That you should probably go watch. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Don't. I'm not gonna say anything.
That counsels you and understand.
Yeah, Blofeld. Yeah. So you
Of
remember
course.
you remember that comment you made all those however long it was ago
About
about
blow.
about Blofeld being Bond's long lost brother.
I actually said that.
Yes, you did. You legitimately said that at one point.
What were my exact words?
I don't remember. I don't recall. Yeah, I was like, that's why the cat's there.
So this motherfucker,
Is James Bond's adopted brother, who we didn't know about until just now.
and he's Dr. Blofeld.
Yes, he is. He is supposed to be Dr. Blofeld. Yes.
Get the fuck out of here, movie.
Yes.
You expect me to talk? No, Bond, I expect you to cringe as I take out those cavities and fill it
Ugh.
in.
Ugh. Why is there no blood on his face? There should be little pinpricks of blood falling down him. Okay, now there is. No, you fucking don't. You barely even tolerate him. Yeah, that was why I said you should rewatch Austin Powers. Because
Ah,
this is the fucking Austin Powers twist. What is it? What the fuck is up with these fucking movies and using the stuff from like comedy parodies like it's fucking legit? Excuse me. Oh, and that's how he gets the scar. You remember how in the other James Bond films in this series we were getting like legitimate uh usages of the origins of the Bond iconography, like stuff pulled from the books and things that were fun and interesting to watch and entertaining, and now they're just jangling fucking keys in our face.
oh, you mean like Marvel?
Yeah. Yeah, that's convenient, just showing up with a fucking ATV. You are not making that shot with that... Whatever.
Alex, don't you know Bond never misses?
Except for that time he missed earlier in the movie.
And all
For his
those other
critical to the
times he
plot.
missed?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should double time that, James. Double time it, James. Would you two get in the fucking helicopter already? You sure about that? Because I got a feeling that, like, whatever's left of Blofeld was probably taken out when that thing exploded, but, you know, knowing franchise media, probably not. And you'd think that blowing up the bad guy's secret desert base and flying off with the girl in a helicopter would be the end of the film, but no, we've still got 20 minutes left. In a well-written James Bond film, that would have been the end of the fucking movie. We gotta find Moriarty in here. Safe house, where you have to go outside the safe house. Yeah, that's a good question. To get into it. Right, and we can't let the others in on this because... And this would be a lot easier if Q were here to hear the briefing. Thank you, Lord Voldemort.
Avada Kedavra.
You stop doing that.
Sectum Sempra.
That's Snape's thing. God. Why are we in the middle of the street? Why couldn't we have had this conversation in the safe house?
Alright, fine. Crucio.
Bland, flat, mid-level shots. Medium close. Center framing, why not? Can't keep the two actors on screen at the same time. They might not even be looking at each other for real. For all any of us knows, this was filmed in a studio on a green screen. The actor's looking at a fucking tennis ball. And that could be a body double for all we know. Cinematography in this movie makes me angry.
Does it make you want to transform into a green rage
It
monster?
makes me want to transform into something. Maybe the Hulk. You should stay in the safe house even if you're not going to stay with him. Go back to the safe house, you dumb broad. For all we know, Batista survived and is still after you. Possible that he got metal teeth. Gonna come back as Jaws.
Seriously?
I mean, he doesn't come back. But, you know. His character's name is Mr. Hinks. It's a stupid fucking name. He should have been Jaws, frankly. Hey, guys. You know how this was completely predictable and preventable, right? Yeah, I just wanted to check in on you guys.
For some reason I was expecting that guitar thing loop a bit.
Yeah, that's why I say this. The songs either just end abruptly or they're just not impressive. So I say this is the weakest score. There's no solid motifs. Like, you can't hear the Bond. Thank you. Can't hear the Bond theme very often. You can't hear the main theme. Not that the main theme is particularly memorable. Just announce that to the entire world, why don't we?
Access denied.
Hmm. Explosives. Wonder what those are going to be used for. About what? I wasn't aware that democracy was on the line. Have you not looked at the fucking dictionary lately? Hunt. Yeah, you should have checked
No,
that.
no more bullets. He pulled a Wicker Man on him.
Yeah. That continuity was messed up. Lowered the gun in one shot, halfway raised in the next. Having Metal Gear Solid 1 flashbacks right now. Just a little bit.
So, are we going to be fighting a revolving door?
The Colt Single Action Army. The greatest handgun in the world.
Some call me the space cowboy.
Some call
Some
me the
call me the
gangster of
gangster of
love.
love. Some call me Shalasashka, but you can
Just
call
don't
me
call me late for dinner.
the Ocelot. What are you gonna be like, Big Boss? Big Boss, where? No! You made me drop my gun! I'm like, dude, he cut off your hand.
What about your hand,
My
Ocelot?
gun! My gun is more important than my hand.
Of course he'd say that. That's in his fucking name.
I'll get past your sorcery somehow.
Hi, Blofeld. How did you survive? Excuse me.
Imagine if James just kept
Yeah,
repeatedly. Imagine if James just kept repeatedly shooting at the bulletproof glass, and Blofeld's like, "Are you kidding me? It's
that is.
bulletproof glass. You can't shoot through it. It your sorcery. I'll outdo your sorcery at some point."
It's a fun fact if you're close enough and shoot it repeatedly enough in the same spot, bulletproof glass becomes no longer bulletproof.
I'm making a Metal Gear Solid Bridge reference.
Is there some reason for Blofeld to be projected on James like he is? That's why she should have stayed in the fucking safe house. How about I blind you in your other eye, you fucking dickhead. You absolute cockshucket. You see, James, every now and again some sadistic bastard comes along with a choice. Let die the woman you love, or save yourself.
Why didn't they get Willem Dafoe to play this guy?
Yeah, genuinely, would have been more entertaining. Not even a bad actor, it's just... He would have had fun with the role. Just so restrained. I like Blofeld to be a little bit over the top. That's why I like Telly Savalas' portrayal of him. That was pretty good. Why'd you let him get that close to you, Am? Come on. Come on. Get him to do what he did in Sherlock. No, he's just doing what Sherlock did in Sherlock. That's kind of funny. Don't let them take the body away! He's gonna kiss a nurse. You haven't seen Sherlock, have you?
No.
Okay. How has it been over a minute and a half? Nearly a minute and a half, rather. Good! At some point I have to wonder, like, with the amount of girlfriends Bond's gotten killed over the years, when does he stop caring? Shoot the helicopter. Shoot the helicopter. We have 44 seconds to get the fuck out of Dodge. That's very, very, very lucky.
I'm guessing he calculated where the net that would be.
Where the net was, yes. The amount of... The fall still would have broken one of their legs. Go watch Burn Notice if you want an example.
And meanwhile, the Joker is just
Bum
walking
bum
away from
bum bum
the
bum
destruction in a
bum
nurse
bum
outfit.
bum 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 bum
What is this? Resident Evil 4?
Yes, with much worse graphics.
How is it much worse than the game that came
GameCube
out in
game?
'05?
That's a very good question. Because that smoke effect was fucking awful, Sony. Oh, now you bring the theme song back. Walther isn't going to get through any better. It has a shorter barrel, so technically it's not going to be nearly as accurate. Not at this distance, anyways. It's the luckiest shot in the fucking world. God, it would be fucking hilarious if he just crashed into the London Eye. It's a helicopter, there's no bracing, there's only death. Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
What, that Blofeld survived?
Yeah. Or that he's conscious. You were walking earlier, why are you crawling? You were standing up in the helicopter. Where did that come from? I didn't see that when you were... You were strapped down. How did your leg get scratched? You should be running far the fuck away from here.
Okay, Alex, now bear with me on this one. What if
Uh-huh.
Dr. Blofeld suddenly gained the power to not only stop time, but summon a giant steamroller at
This
this
is a
very
reference to
moment?
something.
You'll find out.
That's a reference to
Y-
something from JoJo, isn't it?
You'll find out.
Oh, okay. What, are you fucking Shao Kahn or something?
It's official. You suck.
Shoot him, god damn it! I don't want there to be a sequel.
Alex, there is a sequel.
Fuck!
It's called No Time to Die.
Hit him with the fucking leg drop at least. Grind his scar into the goddamn pavement.
Or
Curb
or just
stomp
hit him
him
with,
till his teeth shatter and scatter across the goddamn road.
or even better, or pile drive him.
Batista bomb. What?
Oh, Batista.
You gonna go fuck the girl again? You know you can kill him and then fuck the girl.
Well, what if what if the plot dictates that Mr. Blofeld here were to survive?
Well, fuck, I'm out of ideas. Why are you throwing away the Walther? It's just like, if this guy survives, he's gonna cause all kinds of problems. If the two of you get married, he might even have her assassinated. At the end of another shitty movie. We wouldn't want that, now would we? Yeah, that was the whole thing about what the fucking, like, license to kill means, what it doesn't mean, what you it's license not to kill and all that shit. Yeah, so you might think that the movie was gonna end there.
But
No, it
no,
fucking keeps going.
finds a way to keep going.
We have 8 minutes left of this shit. We could have stopped when the bad guy's base blew up. We could have stopped how high Q, you've got a new... Well, why does he have 2 laptops? Oh, look at that. He's got 2 laptops. He's got the one from earlier, that one right there. So Bond's, excuse me, back, even though he walked off into the sunset with the girl. Or sunrise, or whatever time of day it was. I need a Swedish penis pump. Yep. The rebuilt Aston Martin from Casino Royale and Skyfall. You don't get to play this triumphant music, guys. We didn't need that scene. That
So
was,
this was a 4 out of 10.
yeah, yeah. Just a great waste of Christoph Waltz, one of my favorite actors. Absolute fucking shining actor. Does really good in just about everything he's in. Waste of fucking time. Waste of fucking time. Waste of Batista. Waste of Monica Bellucci. Fuck, a waste of a goddamn movie, if you ask me. This is exactly how I remember it.
So next James Bond flick.
Is the last one. Until Aaron Taylor Johnson finally gets to do his. Next up
That's
is No
nope.
Time to Die.
And next week on our Tomorrowverse retrospective, we will be on the best of that film series.
The the extended All Hallows Eve.
Yep, the long Batman, the Long Halloween.
How much of this is credits? There's 6 minutes of credits left. Yeah.
Uh,
This film
Tomorrow
this
we'll be
film
watching
needed
more Batas.
yeah, this film either needed more time in the oven or less, I'm not sure, because there's clearly something wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with structure. There's
And look,
not
the editing. There's the editing. You can blame.
Billy, Emma, Jeremy, Kieran, Lucy, Gemma, Juan, Carlo, all of you. I blame all of you. You could have stopped this, and you didn't. Stormin is Paul Cheeseman. That's hilarious. Hey, Paul, you got the cheese? Because I'm just crackers about cheese, mate.
So based on that bit I showed you of the most recent episode of the Thousand Year Blood War anime, would you say that sequence has better editing than this?
Yes. And then again, that was probably coherently storyboarded, whereas this appears to not have been. In fact, I'd
Well,
wonder. I would love to
it
know
also
where
it not only
what the
has the
shot
manga
list film for this
it not
film
only has
was.
the manga for basis, but it also has the mangaka supervising the production.
Yeah. Yeah, I desperately need to know what the shot list for this movie was, because it doesn't seem like it was done to the shot list, you know? Why I hit the board there.
So, yeah, at the very least, Long Halloween is probably the best of the Tomorrowverse, but then all downhill after that.
Oh, so kind of like this.
I suppose.
Mm, mm,
Or
or just. Waiting for the credits then. I can't. I cannot adequately explain how disappointed I was when this film first came out. Because, legitimately, this film followed on from fucking Skyfall. Fuck you, Sam Smith. Skyfall. Ray Quinn. That's some. I guess I'm wrong. I thought that was the Sinatra one. Anyways, this followed on from Skyfall, which is one of my all-time favorite films, one of my all-time favorite Bond and spy movies. This is just bad. It doesn't live up to the fucking hype at all. You just fucking throw the history of James Bond on film at us and expect us to fucking clap when we see Christoph Waltz with a scar on his face. Yeah, James Bond will return. Fuck you. Shitty logo, too. I wonder what the original plan for this film was, because it wasn't supposed to be Spectre. But yeah, okay, now we're done. Okay, so bye
all right,
everybody. You know where to find
bye.
me and Kevin.
Yep.